Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Fans Only Behind the Paywall, the podcast where we really get to dive into what it's like to be a subscriber on OnlyFans. We get to hear so much from creators about their battles, their highs, their lows. But what does a subscriber go through? What's their favorite kind of content? What makes them gravitate towards a creator? These are the kinds of questions we're going to be tackling in this little series. This first episode is with Vincent and Shaylee. They are wonderful. It is worth noting that there were some tech issues with the first episode, which I fully expected to have happen since this is my first time ever shooting something like this, and I'm doing it pretty much solo. The first episode, the very nice microphones, I did not have the correct audio interface for them, so they did not work. So it is on backup audio. Everything's still great, very clear. You'll be able to hear everything, but it's not the quality that I hope you can come to expect from upcoming episodes. That said, hit subscribe, hit like, turn your little listening ears on. I know you're going to absolutely enjoy this. And leave a comment when you're done. Was there something that you really liked? Was there a question that we didn't tackle that you want to have answered? Let me know. Oh, and thank you for watching.
I remember the days I could get it up like that.
It's okay, we're in the itty bitty little titty committee and that's all right.
She's got no car.
You guys are in a relationship. Is there a dollar amount, if the other person spent it, that you would want disclosed to you? Okay, well, why don't we just start off with you guys introducing yourselves?
I'm Vincent.
I'm Shaylee.
Okay,
And
that's all there is to know about you guys.
Sorry. I guess, yeah. I just, my gym, right? I'm a trainer.
Super cool, Jim. Thanks for agreeing to talk to me today. So let's just start out really broad. You guys have subscribed to OnlyFans accounts, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So what are your guys' feelings about like pornography in general?
I think that pornography has a tendency to have a bad connotation to it. And I think that's really sad in a lot of ways because, one, I think our culture is kind of shifting to more of like a sex positive kind of culture where it's more inclusive. There's less discrimination. And so when I subscribe to it, I kind of find it as a way to be able to express my own interests and to be able to see others that do that as well. And so I think it's just like a very cool place to be able to express creativity just in a different way.
I love that.
That was a really good answer. Now I got to follow that.
That's a great answer. Yeah.
I'm sitting here going, I got to reevaluate what I was going to say. I was like, yeah, porn's great. Like, you know,
Like I like porn.
I engage in porn.
Porn is good.
In the horniest way possible. I like porn.
But no, you hit on pretty big points. It is escapism. It's an outlet for something, right? You don't get to like normally experience. The sad part of it is a lot of people still look down on it, right? And it's like such a wide part of society, right? What's the classic joke of like, I don't know what porn is. When I see it, I can tell you that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so many people want to try to, cast it as something bad when it's like, it's literally just sharing, our bodies, right? And fulfilling fantasies in some case. And you have so many people, especially now, like in different states, trying to deny access to it when it's like, it's nothing, right? I'm starting to ramble. Sorry, I kind of read the question. I'm being honest.
You're good. It was just, how do you feel about pornography in general? And that's a good answer to that question. Yeah. So you talked a lot about like escapism and fantasy and stuff like that. And I agree. I think that one of the comments that I get a lot is like, well, why would I buy porn? It's not real. And my argument back to that is like, well, then I better never see you buying a movie ticket. Like,
yeah. Don't play video games.
Yeah, you better never engage in any of this stuff because like the modern world's so stressful that we really gravitate towards fantasy and these places of exploration, and porn's not really any different.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of answered my own question, which I don't think you're supposed to do in an interview.
It was a great question. Great answer. Good job.
So what do you guys think is one of the biggest misconceptions about people who watch OnlyFans?
Mm-hmm. I'd have to say it's probably that they're dirty, maybe,
Yeah.
or that, individuals that do that, are typically conceived as like this overweight, dirty man who, is probably wearing a wife beater, like something like that, where, you kind of have this idea that you're not supposed to be doing this, or it's by somebody that is considered gross or something like that. But I think that a majority of viewers are just your typical average individual. And I think women in general, like I know a lot of women that also watch porn. And I think that there's not, I feel like that's also a misconception as well, is that only men watch it. But women as well watch porn. And I mean, in a lot of ways, porn is just a way to learn. And so you can model off of it, you learn different ideas off of it. And so I think it just goes back to that sex positive culture.
That's a really cool answer. Yeah, I like that a lot because I think that there is that idea of the, average OnlyFans consumer out there. But obviously, you're like a young, pretty educated, like successful woman, and you're like a young, successful.
You had to put a lot of effort
dude.
saying young.
So it's like,
that out.
what?
You're young, sure, yeah.
No, you're handsome as well. Like you are. I guess I get weird calling other people's dudes handsome, but you're a very handsome man. So like, yeah, obviously this isn't true, right? Like this is, you guys are out here buying content. You are the consumer, and I would say you're the average consumer based on what I've seen. So, yeah. Do you want to answer the question as well?
I mean, yeah, she pretty much hit all the big points, right? We all have that image of like, oh, it's some like pervert degenerate, right? But I think with any...
So you're not a pervert then?
Oh, I am a pervert. But at least clean. Yeah, for sure. No, they don't need to go to that. But the vocal minority of anything, right? Even like sports, those are going to be like the worst examples. But that's what everyone kind of imagines, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of thinking like in football, right? You have like the loud, drunk, fat guy. With porn consumers, you're thinking like some, like usually fat, kind of like creepy guy you don't really want to interact with. But I mean, what is it, like 95% of the population have watched porn? So it's, unless everyone is just creepy and gross, which maybe they are, that's obviously not entirely the full case, right?
So either you watched it or you lied about watching it.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like the one study where it's like they had to stop because they couldn't find a single guy who hadn't actually watched porn.
I need my editor to put like a little stat up right here. That's note to editor. Put a little stat up of how many people actually watch porn.
72%.
That's still like everybody though, you know? Everybody without erectile dysfunction. Like
hey, those people are allowed to watch too, okay?
As long as it's higher than 50%.
They're just like crying while they watch it.
I remember the days I could get it up like that.
That's so brutal.
Like 5-year-old grandpa, but okay.
It's okay.
So you guys kind of touched on this, but are you open with your friends? Do you talk to your friends about OnlyFans, about like what kind of content you guys are watching on there? Is this an open discussion in your friend groups?
I actually talk to the women in my life more about that than like my guy friends.
Okay.
I just have really open girlfriends. When I was younger, I feel like me and a lot of my guy friends would kind of talk about that. And now I think we're all just in our own little weird niches to the point like, I don't need to bring this up in conversation.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, we definitely discuss other people with it, but I don't know. Do you talk to your girlfriends about it?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the type of friendship. I mean,
Yeah,
I always respect people's values. And so if you have friends that, are very like, it might be monogamous, or they, have certain religious viewpoints that keep them from engaging in that. I always try to get a gauge of the person that I'm talking to. And if they are a more sex positive person, then like, that's my favorite subject. We're going to talk about sex and porn and stuff like that, because it's something that I find funny and fun and just, in that general blurb this out. But yeah. It depends on the person.
Yeah, it's definitely like a vibe check. But like even like stuff you post or like other creators I follow, I'm like, oh, it's like sexy, but also it's funny. Like I have some friends and even clients like I'll send it to, and then some people it's like, I'm not sending this to. Like, we passed the threshold for this person. Okay.
Yeah. So like everything else, you just gauge who you're talking to, but you're open to talking about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't talk about your weekend drinking with your friend who's like recovering alcoholic, right?
Right. That's probably a bad idea. So you're considerate, but
like once you know them, then it's just a game of real ping pong at that point.
Yes.
Dude, look at this weird thing I saw on that.
Yeah. Like, this person's so pretty. Look at this.
Yeah. You
Do
believe
you
those
see
are...
these tits?
Yeah. Are those real? No, yeah. No, they totally... No, they're not.
Now I know they're not sending me. She mentioned it.
Hey, the first thing I sent her of you was like, dude, look at her ass. Also her hair.
It was ass and hair. I was like, okay.
Look, I love a
my
good
priorities
small
list.
boob joke, okay?
It's okay. We're in the itty bitty little titty committee, and that's all right.
My bra lady taught me how to pull my lat into my bra. She was like, hey, you can, so she upped my cup size and she was like, can I like touch you? And I was like, all right. And so she sticks her hand and grabs my lat and like pulls it into my, she has me like bend over.
Because
So
that's
gravity's
so cool.
helping out and stuff. And I was like, oh my God.
That woman sold so many bras that way.
I only buy bras from there. I go back and I buy the same bra when it dies.
Years ago, sorry, this is so not relevant.
No, you're good.
A different woman I was dating who was also pretty flat chested. On Reddit, for some reason, some guide of like a woman was like, "Oh, I wore like 4 pull-up push-up bras."
You can double up. You can double up.
And so I said this, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of funny." And she's like, "That's interesting." And we went on a date later that night, and I'm like, "What's different?" I'm like, "Oh, you look like you have like C's right now."
Yeah.
I realize I'm 100%.
All in the push-up.
Right. I used to think I was like better than a lot of guys. Like, I'm not a digigender. Like, I can make eye contact. Because I was so unused to it with her, I was just like this the whole time. I'm like, I'm not better than other men. Okay, cool.
I'm not better than other men. I'm not even that.
You definitely aren't.
I'm not even that into girls, and I'm like, those are nice. That's nice.
They're
Good
just
for you.
gonna
Like,
split it.
Like, look up, look up, look up.
like, jealousy.
You're like, the envy is real.
Yeah. So, what kind of content do you guys consume on OnlyFans? Are there people that you sub to that you really, really like? This is not a plug. You do not have to bring me up, but like, are there content creators out there that you are really like, or content that you really gravitate towards?
I forgot her name. What's her name?
Anything about Zoe?
Yeah.
Oh.
Zoe?
She will wind up following a lot of like
He knows better than me.
the Instagram like what we were talking about before this, right? Like the kind of like thirst trap reels. She'll get into that.
Okay.
I love specifically, what is it where it's like binding the ropes and the
Shibari.
yeah, shibari.
Yeah.
Like, I love a lot of shibari. I love porn that's also artwork.
Sure.
Yes.
Or like photography or something like that. Or I can never say the word. Boudoir. Wait,
Oh.
did I
Boudoir,
actually
yeah,
say
you
that?
said that.
Hey,
Good job, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like,
This is a real issue. We've had to teach her how to say the word
that
for
many
it.
times. Like boudier, boudoir.
It is French, so
Yeah.
that's okay if you're not good at French words.
There you go.
Canadian.
Me French?
French Canadian.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm white trash French.
Okay. I was in France. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
There's no food. There's like no breakfast.
Or they serve like
That is real. Yes. Yeah.
They're like, you want a croissant and a cigarette? And I'm like, I don't want a croissant and a cigarette. And they're like, go ride your bike. And I'm like, I don't ride a bike.
So real. Sorry, to your question.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I subscribe, I guess it'd be like more kind of like niche or like I guess like fetish content. Like some people like yours tends to kind of gravitate through a lot of areas, right? Which is kind of nice because you like seeing that. And sometimes it is, oh, I found this person, they have big boobs. Okay, I just kind of want to see them naked. All right, cool. But the people like I would like resubscribe or stay with, it's kind of, I said earlier, kind of fulfilling that fantasy of like, oh, this is shibari or this is some sort of BDSM, something that's like less readily available. Like you were talking about boobs a second ago. It's not that hard to find big boobs on the internet, right?
Yeah.
But like, if you're trying to find like domination or something like that, oh, this person is like in a little more niche of that area. Cool. I actually want to like see more of this and actually like contribute to that. So they keep doing that. Whereas with some of those ones, like you say BDSM, that could be such a broad range of what that is.
Oh yeah.
And some people are like, oh, for me BDSM is I get tied up. Some people it's like impact play, right? And maybe you don't like any of that. So when I subscribe, it's usually for more like, oh, you've shown some interest in a more specific thing I find interesting. So I want to see what you have there.
That's a cool thing. Yeah. So you are subscribing to OnlyFans accounts out of curiosity, but also like this is hard to find in mainstream porn.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Also, just if I think your personality is kind of cool, like that was a big thing with you. It was like, oh, she has a good butt, but also like, oh, I like her political views. I like you're just funny. Like I actually wanted to see more of your stuff, right?
I like you more than just your body is what you're trying to say.
Sorry, that kind of came off.
He loves your
sorry.
personality.
The pick me bitch in me is like, yeah.
Yeah, right. I know it. But right, like beauty's only skin deep, right? Like, okay, cool, you have big boobs or a nice ass. Like that only keeps, at least in my case, like interest for so long. But your stuff is like, I think one of the first things I saw was you were having a bad dragon sword fight with your friend.
Oh, that's got to be old. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I started
cool.
like, I think like 6 months ago or something like that.
Okay.
And I was like, that's fucking hilarious. Like, and so I wanted to see more stuff like that. And then also obviously the fitness background and everything.
Yeah, having things in common with the subscriber base. Like I would say most of my subscribers come through because they're like, oh, I have this thing in common with you. And it's like, yeah, that's people. How do you feel about this? I feel like people are kind of coming into OnlyFans looking for content that they can't get somewhere else, but also for like a sense of intimacy. Like,
Totally.
like you know this person a little bit, you have things in common with this person a little bit. It feels like more of a sexual energy, less dissociated.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you want to go?
I feel like a lot of OnlyFans too is it's like it gives you that community, but it's also a place that you can demask. Like you can be who you are. You can say the things that you want to say, and you don't have to have this fear of judgment. And so I've noticed it, like, you know, when you subscribe to a certain OnlyFans creator, that there is community within that subscription. And so I think it brings people together in a way where you're able to just be you and you don't have to have any shame. And I think shame is another thing, like when you think of porn, like kind of going back to your other question. Yeah, like I think that is also a very big misconception is if you're watching porn that you should have some sense of shame that you shouldn't be watching this. And I think that's something that we have to realize as human beings, that this is a part of our nature is to have sex. You know, that's how we reproduce. It's how, you know, for generations that we have bonded. And I think that's something that's really important is not having shame, demasking, and finding a community where you can just be you.
So you're very active in the communities. Are you very active in chats? Because not everybody is. Are you chatting with the creators and like checking in with them? Is that a day-to-day thing for you? A sometimes thing?
I would say it's probably a sometimes thing. I would say with some of them, like I've actually had some instances with some of the individuals that I subscribe with where, I don't know, like their content just seemed a little like not as uppity, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And so for me, like I've
there's
seen
like
that.
a different energy.
Yeah, like there's just different energy there. And so for me, it's like I don't look at that person as like a porn star. I look at them as a human being. And so sometimes like I'll get in the chat and be like, hi, like, how are you? Like, you know, that kind of stuff, like almost like are you good kind of thing. And I think that, you know, most people are sometimes getting in the chats of like, send me nudes, you know?
You're doing a wellness check.
Yeah, I'm doing a wellness chat with them. But I think that's also another thing too, where it's like, that's a part where, you know, the first initial DMs are sure, like they're a lot more like sexually based. They're a little bit more like, what are you into? All those kind of things. But once you get past that surface level, then it's like you're talking and connecting with another human being.
Yeah.
And so I think that's another thing about OnlyFans that I think can be very cool is once you get past that like surface level, you get to know the person as who they are. And I think it's an even deeper level of not commitment, because I mean, sure, you're subscribed, but I mean, it's a commitment to a relationship and maintaining one. And as we get on with time, like a lot of our relationships are online. And so we shouldn't negate from those either. I think they can be a good thing.
What about you? Are you active in the chats on OnlyFans?
It kind of ranges. When I was like more in it and kind of first starting, I was single. And so like, it was kind of fulfilling, like that girlfriend experience. Like, yeah, I obviously know what's the joke? It's like, oh no, this stripper really does like me. Like, I'm not that tough. But like, kind of your point.
Fun. It's fantasy, right? We
yeah, exactly. Every now and then, like, yeah, I know, like, okay, like, it wasn't like intimacy in the same sense of like I'm dating someone, but at least intimacy of like, okay, this is arousing. This is fun to engage with. And actually, I'm kind of like you too, where like, yeah, sometimes I actually would just ask like, how are you doing, by the way? Like, is everything good in your end? Like, I saw your dog was sick. Is it like, right, just a random example. But no, and there's some people where it's like, oh, it's subscribe. It's like, okay, you're cool, you're hot. Okay, I saw you naked. That's what I wanted. I don't need to continue anything past like surface level.
Right.
But then kind of like we were saying a second ago too, if let's say I followed someone because like, oh, I really love like your rope tying stuff and I want like personalized or something like that. I think engaging with that is really cool. Also, like, as someone who makes very dumb content, not to say, sometimes every now and then people just saying like, hey, that was a really good, funny video or whatever, means a lot to me. So like telling people like, hey, I thought that shoot looked really good. Like, hey, I can tell your abs are popping. You've been hit the gym or some dumb shit like that, right?
Validating.
Yes, there you go.
I kind of love stuff like that because I do get people in my chats sometimes who are just like, oh, I saw this piece of content. I really, really enjoyed it. And I just wanted to support you. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. They're like not even interested in the porn, but like Instagram doesn't obviously like pay you. So it's like when you're, I think it's very socially conscious and just very kind, honestly, when someone is like, wow, I might not be interested in your porn, but I am interested in like all these other things you're making and I know you don't get paid from that, so I'm just gonna throw the $5 at you, right?
Everyone make sure you subscribe to her higher too. You know, it's $13. She deserves more than $5.
Or someone's on the fans like, hey. But yeah, you usually put it on sale or whatever. It helps get people in the door. Sure, so it's like, yeah, but like, you know, $5 from X amount of people adds up. So they're like, it's a thing. So, ooh, this is a fun one. How much money would you estimate over time, like that you have spent on OnlyFans?
You can ask that one.
I was thinking about this. I figured this would come up. I'm for sure in the hundreds. I would guess 600-700. It was. I did more before. Yeah, I don't think I've hit 1,000.
But you said you started subscribing over COVID, so this is $600-700 over the past few like years.
Yeah. So I usually would subscribe to someone for like a couple months, right? $10, like you said, $10-15, like a $5 offer here. I think I've bought in like just a handful of like
pay-per-view.
That's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, mine is hard to tell because
Is this where the water bill money went?
No. Yeah. No. No, I mean, like a lot of mine, like I really can't tell you. I want to say like estimated maybe up to about 100, but a lot of my purchases are late at night and I don't know about them until like 2 weeks later. And then I'm like, hi, you got a bill for like $2.99. And I'm like, what's this? Oh, this is cute. Okay. I'll keep subscribing. So I don't know.
That's what they get you. Once you're in, you're in, right?
Once you're in, you're
it's
like
a free subscription and then it's like $100 later, but
sure, one more month.
But I mean, that's the one thing that I also like about OnlyFans is it's not like super expensive. So it's just like you're not like pushing out a bunch of money. But I mean, like I've subscribed to like Bellesa or like something like that before. At one point, Bellesa made it to where you couldn't get the website for free and you had to get a subscription. And that was actually the first time that I subscribed to anything was because I was like, I love this website
I didn't realize.
So much. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm missing out. So that was the first time that I was just like, you know what? Like, screw it. Yeah, I'm going to pay for it, you know? And at first it was like, I felt kind of weird about it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, after I was like, okay, this content is so much better than the shit that I've been watching. Like, and at that point I'm like, okay, I like this because this is like a movie with not terrible acting. Like, because sometimes I'm in it for the plot, you know?
The cinematography on this is awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I had the same experience. I was maybe 19 or so, and I discovered Erica Lust. Like you,
wow, I remember
you guys. Yeah, and I was like, oh hell yes! And I started buying. It's basically buying DVDs online. Like they email you a link to the DVD, basically, and you're like, yeah. And my guy friends thought I was nuts, and I was like, no. And I remember I had a boyfriend at the time and I was like, sit down. So I'm going to show you some good, I'm going to show you that good shit.
There's definitely bonding over, again, I've done this with more of my girlfriends and friends of like, no, look at it. Look how good this is. Look how and kind of the point you made too. On average, whenever I've spent money on porn, it is also higher quality, right? Like when you go on the hubs or whatever, and it's like, okay, this is like a free upload of something. It's like, you know, like 240p, right? Oh, so now you're paying like, again, on average, the quality is a lot better too.
Yeah.
And it makes the experience typically a lot more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. I think like lighting and stuff, making a piece of content really good is important. I think people actually do appreciate it. There's like this amateur angle. I've gotten into this before a little bit with other creators because they're like, well, amateur porn does so well. And I'm like, well, we're still making amateur porn. It's just like amateur porn where you can actually see their shit. Like,
you can see how well that wax went.
yeah.
I need to know how badly she wants it. If I can't hear it, come on.
If I can't hear it, if I can't see it, why am I here? You know?
Totally.
Actually, it was so funny. The first time that I bought porn, that was like one of the first observations that I had was like, okay, their Brazilian is like fantastic. Like, who did you go to?
I have definitely said, like, God, what's the definition on their delts? That's really good.
Like,
for it.
wow.
Like,
What's your workout? I get that all the time. What's your workout? Like in the chats on OnlyFans.
when people ask that, do you think they're genuinely asking, or is it just like as a way to like not seem like a creep, but they're like trying to like get to the same angle?
I don't know. I feel like most people genuinely want to have like real conversations,
Totally.
and, which is kind of hard for me sometimes because I want to have those real conversations, but I'm at a point now where I have so many people on the page
Sure.
that I like have to look at how much they've spent. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. You've only spent $5. I must recede into the background. Like
No, totally.
I can't handle like 500 DMs a day from people who've spent $5. Like, but I think they genuinely want that talk. Like they really want to know. They're like, people ask what I did today in the gym. They're like, what did you hit? And then I'm like, oh, I hit this. And they're like, oh, I hit this. And I'm like, what, how did it go? You know, and it's a whole, it never turns to sex. They never try to turn it to sex. It's like really weird. It's cool. I like it, but it's very companionship oriented.
Totally.
Connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We were kind of talking a second ago, but like, I think that connection definitely can enhance the experience. One of, an OnlyFans person I trained online, right? At some point she's like, hey, by the way, like, here's like my premium account. If you're, I was like, all right. I was like, that's cool. And at first I was like, I'm not going to look at this. Like, she's kind of a client. We're kind of friends. And at some point I'm like, oh, I got to see. Okay. Like,
Curiosity. Yeah.
and it was like, for a brief bit, it was like definitely my favorite stuff to watch because there was just like, I know this person. I talked to this person. I don't know, it just made it better. Yeah. And at some point I felt a little weird again. It kind of goes in waves sometimes.
Kind of feels like a girl is like almost texting you the videos at that point.
Yeah, it definitely,
like,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like no one's ever upset about getting Snapchat a picture of their tits. And like low key same energy. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I feel so special.
Yeah. You know. I was dating an OnlyFans girl a couple years back. And I kind of made this rule with her where I was like, hey, try to like send me stuff that you're not posting just so it feels a little more personal. And at first she's like, that's weird. And then she's like, actually, I kind of get that, right? Because it was like, I don't care if we all see the same boobs. And if it's even the same picture, sorry, just a slightly different angle. I just want it to feel like I'm talking to my girlfriend.
No, absolutely. I actually like had a boyfriend a couple of years ago where I did the exact like self-imposed. He was like, hey, like you could send me the stuff that you're putting on Twitter and stuff. And I was like, yeah, but that just doesn't feel right. Like they're for different things.
That's
you know, I'm like, this is for my job. This is, I want you to feel like you got something special that's just for you. Yeah, personal. So it's like, and that's an interesting thing dating as like an OnlyFans person is it's like, how do I keep this and my relationship separate and special?
Well, I think it also kind of goes like when, you know, like we're in an open relationship. And I think it's kind of similar in that way where it's like, you know, you can send a picture to all of the people that you're in a relationship with. But ultimately, like it does come down to a one-on-one relationship as well. Like they're interdependent of each other.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, other one. They are independent.
There you go.
And so it's just like when you send like, you know, a picture to a bunch of people, it loses its value, I think, in some ways, versus like if you send them one-on-one to them where it's just like, wow, they like really care about me, you know? And I think that's like also that can be kind of cool too. It's just like, this one's for me.
Sure. No, I definitely
pictures of tits are mine.
I definitely, when I send like my post workout selfies, I was like, okay, well, this one's for you, and then this one's for the other girl.
Yeah.
Like,
do you just take 10 in succession?
Basically. It's like
They're all the same.
Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Look, it's not higher.
So when you look at an OnlyFans page, what convinces you to subscribe, and what's a red flag where you're like, I'm not gonna sub to this page. I'm gonna boogie.
You got an answer for that?
I'm gonna think on it. You say
all right. What convinces me to subscribe? That I'm not sure of. What kind of off the cuff? I will be like a red flag. How to phrase? If there's too much stuff in the bio, it reads very corporate, I guess, sometimes.
ChatGPT did it.
A little bit, right?
This is a change I just made, so this is very interesting to me, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
I used to have a big bio because I like really wanted people to have all the information about what they were buying.
Sure.
And, like ChatGPT, I wrote it, but I recently reduced it to just like 2 lines.
Yeah. There's definitely probably some like perfect medium. Like,
Mhm.
okay, I want to know like what you engage in. Was this piece I found interesting like your big thing, or was this just like a one-off? But I don't know, there's a certain like threshold. You always see the no one reposts like that stuff, but also like if it just gives off like a fake vibe, I guess is the only way to explain it. I'm like, I don't know.
Bot.
Kind of right. And we were talking about like messaging people a second ago. If I feel like, and this is just again 9 times out of 10, it's just me assuming this isn't the actual person messaging. It's like, because they, obviously some people hire other people to handle it. Like you said, you get 500 DMs a day. It's hard to maintain that, right?
It's a lot, yeah.
Or it's like an automated message.
Yeah. Or it's like, we were talking about like mass sending stuff. Obviously it's mass sent, but if let's say I do like the $3 promo, right? If like I get 4 messages from you within like the first hour, it's like, okay, well, and it's like 1 a.m, like, okay, obviously this is all automated, which makes me just assume like most of your stuff is automated, which sometimes isn't bad, right? But if I am trying to get some sort of connection, then like if I want to jerk off to a robot, I'll just go on ChatGPT or something, right? Like,
how do you feel about stuff that's so like a lot of the time I'll automate a mass DM, but
sure.
I use it to like begin a conversation with somebody who might not feel comfortable approaching me. Is that something that like you would mind as a consumer, or are you like, oh, this is, I feel a little more comfortable talking to you, and usually it's like a little mirror nude or something.
Yeah, I think something like that is a much like softer, easier approach, because like I know when I get a message 9 times out of 10 it is 100% mass message. Like I'm but I guess it's just kind of so dumb like how the vibes of it is, right? If there is like a cute little selfie or something, I'm like, okay, this feels just that step more personal where I actually want to engage with, right?
Okay.
Getting the I'm so horny. What are you doing right now? It's like, girl, it's like 3 a.m. Like you're not real. I'm not. Don't talk to me. Like I'm just a little.
Well, you're up, so like.
This is true. I think you're graphic choice.
What if I'm up too?
I saw your Instagram story. You were club 20 minutes ago. Yeah, this isn't real.
This is an interesting point. So, a lot of my Instagram stories, I don't know how other creators do it, but I like my Instagram stories and Snapchat stories are not where I actually am at the time.
I was wondering about this. Sorry.
For security reasons.
Yeah,
it's like if totally. I'm posting from where I am,
I might find you.
Someone's gonna come do a little sneaky. I saw you're here on Snapchat.
That's creepy.
So I will like sometimes I'll record a bunch of stuff on my phone one day, mass dump it the next day or 2 days later. Totally. So it's like, is that if you like see somebody is like active on Snapchat, are you immediately like, oh, they're there right now, so they're not messaging me? So it's like,
I don't know if I would think that much about it. I guess it kind of depends on the moment.
Yeah.
Right? But that's also like, maybe just because I know people in the industry, I've always I assume a lot of times it's stuff like that, right? When you're posting some of your story, I'm like, this is probably, like you said, a day behind or even at minimum a couple hours behind.
Yeah.
For like you said, very legitimate security reasons. I don't know. Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
I was like, oh God, I'm looking at that. Sorry.
The camera just zooms in. That'd be, I don't know. I never really thought about that. Like, oh, I saw like, on your story, oh, you just posted this second ago, but supposedly you're messaging me right now. I guess that'd be interesting to see if that threw me off.
Because I think about that all the time because I just started out on Snapchat. Apparently creators are making a ton of money on Snapchat right now.
Really? I remember back in the day it was a lot more popular, so that's surprising it's still...
They're like running ads, so like if you get over X amount of followers on Snapchat, then they start paying you a lot to be on there.
I was worrying about that.
I'm not there yet, but like I'm working on it. And I was like, fuck, is this gonna mess with my OnlyFans business? Because people are gonna think.
Sure, yeah, totally.
The only way to grow on it also is to post like literally 50 times a day.
Totally.
Which is insane. It's a lot of work. So it's like I'm always like, okay, film this, film that. And there's been a part of me that's like, is this gonna mess with this business? Because people are gonna think she's doing this right now. She's not messaging me. She's,
one's real life, fake. Which am I getting?
Right. So it's like,
it's interesting.
It's been on my mind right now that I'm like, I don't know if this is going to hurt what's already happening.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
I feel
Good luck with figuring that out.
Thanks.
But I mean, like in reality, though, like we are literally that busy, though, most of us, So it's just like you're not able to text somebody 24/7. It's like, you'll text somebody, you'll do something else, you come back 5 minutes later and like back and forth. So, I mean, I can't imagine that it would hurt it that bad just because we have jobs, we have lives, we have families, we have friends, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I think in a lot of ways, like, it just indicates that you are also a busy human being, but like it doesn't mean I'm not going to get back to you.
Sure.
Right.
I imagine whatever, the 95% who are relatively normal people, it wouldn't really matter. It's the few percent who don't know the stripper doesn't actually like them, right? Who actually thinks it's like, oh, I pay $5 a month. This is my girlfriend. Yeah, right. Well, like those crazy whales, right, who pay someone $10,000 a month or whatever. Those people probably would get like turned off or freak out over that. But like, yeah, you said most of us are busy. Most of us actually have lives. I think your average person hopefully would at least understand on some level, well, there could be 1,000 reasons why it's happening like this. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, the average subscriber is going to be like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do my rock. I'm fine.
Yeah. You guys are in a relationship. Is there a dollar amount if the other person spent it that you would want disclosed to you? Like if he went and he spent $500 on OnlyFans, are you like, you really need to tell me that you did that? Because that's kind of insane.
I mean,
You posted this recently. I actually thought that was a really interesting question.
Yeah.
I think like for me, I mean, our finances are separate. So it's like, for me, I don't really care. That's like your money.
Sure.
Now, if like it's getting in the way of paying bills, like our rent's not getting paid, our water, where did that water money go?
Yeah.
Like if it's
not a problem, it's a
impacting our
problem.
lives, then at that point I'm going to be like, so we need to talk.
Yeah.
But I mean, ultimately it's just like, if that's your thing, then I'm happy that's your thing, because again, it's like kind of inspiration a little bit.
Yeah.
So it can kind of give you some
benefits you.
I mean, yeah, spend the money. Show me later what
Yeah,
you
obviously.
watch.
Sharing is caring. Yeah.
I mean, hopefully this doesn't embarrass you. Like the amount of times we'll be like, I come on sex. I'm kind of tired. You want to just like jerk off next to each other, and like we'll both like be like doing our thing and like kind of, what are you watching? And what are you watching, right? It's a weird bond.
That's cool. I like that.
No,
That's
I mean,
neat.
it's super funny too, because it's just like sometimes like I think I know what you're into, and then I'll be like, what are you watching? And
Now you're the one I gotta pick up. Sorry.
We're
that was
taking
gross.
ours. Yeah, it's gross. But no, I mean, like, there's times like where you'll be like watching it, and I'm like, oh, I bet he's watching this, and so then I'll be like, let me see, and I'm like, oh, that is not what I was thinking, but that is
the biggest penis I've ever seen.
Really interesting, or like, how does the leg get up there?
Yeah,
like, kind of thing. So I think it's a way for me to like get to know you better in some ways.
Sure, totally.
And like, there's some things that like we may feel uncomfortable like verbally or vocally telling somebody, but if like it's a video, it's less.
Oh, you happen to see my weird fetish.
Yeah, and you're kind of like, okay, like I could see that, but I think it's just like a don't discriminate kind of there.
That's really funny, because I think I'd actually have an easier time telling you stuff. For sometimes when we're doing that, I'm like, I'm kind of moved to look at this, and I'm like, she doesn't need to see that. Right now. Like we're going down a weird.
And in my head, I'm like, oh, wait, you watch it.
I know you literally have never have had an issue. You're like, that's really interesting, but in my mind, I'm like. Because we've all done that. You go like a wiki walk down some weird holes and you finish and you're like, why the fuck did I get off to that?
Right.
Every now and then we'll be in that situation. I'm like, I just need to watch something like normal right now.
Yeah.
Like don't dive too deep.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've ADHD tangent.
I love it. I also have ADHD.
Yeah, I know. That was very interesting about that. Like, stood out to me.
Love it.
To your question, I know she spends on coffee and that annoys me sometimes, but like
thanks for bringing
me
coffee,
too.
by the way.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I feel pretty confident it's the same thing. Like until it's an issue, whether it's we're not having sex or just watching a bunch of porn or it's getting in the way of bills or something, I don't think I could be bothered by it. But I think we're also in this category, at least we're a little different. That like we're not jealous people. Like it wouldn't really. I can imagine a lot of people having an issue with it. And if I had to guess, like if you're breaking $100 a month on a single person, I'd be like, all right, what's going on with that?
Well, now I think that's very acceptable.
every month.
I think everyone should do that.
No, but the only issue is it's not enough. Why is it 500,000?
Yeah.
There's probably some point where I'd just be like,
really?
okay, yeah, like it's just like what's going on.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine unless it was something like big that it would ever be an issue.
I
Yeah.
think it's if it takes away from your one-on-one time, like if
Yeah.
you're watching porn a little bit too much,
Sure.
you're like, hey, that in that video, can you show that to me?
Sure, yeah.
Versus like just watching, or like if it's getting in the way of finance. Like if you're sacrificing something
Yeah.
and it's getting in the way of your relationship or something like that, then it's like, okay, yeah, we should probably talk about a budget here.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's not like don't shame them of like you're doing this too much or like you shouldn't be doing this, but instead like get to the real issue here. Like,
Yeah.
is this an issue that you're having with yourself? Like, are you feeling like you're not good enough?
What is this fulfilling that
Yeah.
you feel the need
Yeah,
to
like what are
spend so much
you?
on?
Yeah, like what are you missing that
Sure.
you're getting upset about it?
And I've definitely, like, when I was first getting into it and I was single, like, there's definitely points where I realized, like, I'm watching probably too much porn and masturbating too much, because it was like, I have girls hitting me up to have sex. I'm like, I don't leave my bed right now. I could be asleep in 10 minutes if I just do this myself. I'm good. You have a good night. Like, and at some point I realized,
Turning them away.
yeah,
They're breaking the door down, and he's like,
yeah,
no.
fucking humble brag over here. No, there was a point where I was like, why am I choosing jerking off or porn over sex? I need to pump the brakes a little bit here. Like, that
Yeah.
was a weird time. COVID was wild.
Ooh, this is a fun one. Have you guys ever felt scammed by a page that you subbed to?
Yes.
I was waiting for this question.
Yeah, actually, it was the first person I ever subscribed to, and I'm not going to name names, but
No, name them.
yeah, no naming.
No, that you're saying no.
I
name
said
them.
you can name them. Yeah. If it's a scam, if it's like a genuine scam page, then I feel comfortable naming names.
Yeah,
You know what
so
I mean?
Here's the thing. When I first did it, I wasn't sure if it was a scam thing or it's just like, now you got to give a little bit more money.
I think it was more to that.
It was, I think
Yeah.
it was more because what happened was like I saw this page and she was beautiful. Actually, it was Zoe. And
Okay.
so like I was seeing her page and I was like, oh my gosh, she's like fantastic. She's beautiful, like all these kind of things. Like I want to know more. I want to see more. And so it was the first time I ever paid for OnlyFans. And so like I went ahead and subscribed and then I got to her page and it's literally the same content that was free.
On like Instagram.
Yeah. So like there was no difference at that time. Now, again, I haven't like I'd stopped subscribing to her. So like maybe it's one of those like here, pay a little bit more and you get a little bit more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, okay, this is the same content. Did I just get scammed here?
Yeah, because there wasn't like any messages of like, oh, hey, this like nude set, it's like $10 if you want it.
Yeah.
Like,
or it's like one of those where it's like, hey, pay like $20 a month and I'll send you like content or something like
sure,
that.
yeah, no, it was nothing like
And
that.
so
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I was disappointed in it because it was like, okay, I'm going to pay, $2.99, which I know is like literally like, less than a coffee.
It's still disappointing.
It was,
yeah.
it was the first time dipping your toe into it though.
Yeah. And so it was like, that was also why I was just like, oh man, like, I don't know if I'm going to continue doing this. And luckily I did. And I found other accounts that I was like, okay, now I get it. you know?
Yeah.
But in that kind of regard, like, it was just kind of like, why am I paying for this when I could get this for free?
Right.
kind of thing.
It's not even unique.
Yeah.
It's not even unique
It's
content.
same content. Yeah.
But this is another thing that I sub to accounts a lot
Sure.
for even just like research purposes. So if I see someone's doing really well, I'm like, what are they doing on their page? How can I restructure my page? And a lot of what I'll see is the girls who are making a ton of money are doing that structure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is because it's like, it's the sunken cost fallacy.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like you get in, you spend $3 and you're like, okay. Because really the only way to make money on OnlyFans is to look at each sub as like an average dollar amount spent per sub.
What's the client's lifetime value?
Yeah. And the best number for that is like $15 to $20, right? If you can get every sub to spend $15 to $20, you might be bringing in like $100K a month, right?
Mhm.
Less than $100 a month. See, that adds up, people.
Yeah, it does add up. It's
Your
like
girlfriend
not
doesn't even know.
nothing.
It's only $20.
But if everybody spends $3, then you're really not actually making very much money at all.
Sure.
I think I made a TikTok about this that was of mixed people came back with mixed opinions on it. And my whole take was that if you are charging $6 for a subscription fee where it's all inclusive, so like no pay-per-view, like no, everything's just straight up on the feed. Unless you're a massive creator, unless you
Sure.
have 10,000 subs on there, you're probably not climbing. And the thing with OnlyFans is you have to consider that you have about a 10-year maybe 20 year. It's getting better with like the MILF stuff now, but like you are trying to make enough money in a short period of time to last you the rest of your life,
Sure.
because you might not be employable in the future.
You're like a pro athlete. There is
Yeah.
a set timeline in theory.
Exactly. So people are like, well, you're making X amount per month, so like you're fine, you're comfortable. Shut up, stop complaining. And it's like, well, A, I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to explain numbers to you. Like, but B, it's like, yeah, I might not be employable in the future. I mean, I think I will be because I'm pretty cool. But like, you
just
you
has
may
your
or may not
master's
be.
in math, whatever.
Yeah, you may or may not be employable in the future. So you're trying to make enough money to put away that you can then live off of it for the rest of your life. And if you want to have kids, support family, like whatever you want to do in the future. So
this is a weird jump off, but just because this whole thing's talking about stigma, as someone who's self-employed, there is a weird stigma about doing too well. Like when a lot of people think I'm doing pretty well because I own my own business, it's like I make a living.
There's
like
overhead.
Yeah,
a lot of overhead.
And I'll do consults with people and I'll tell them my rates, and they go, "Why do you charge them much?" I'm like, because I got to pay for everything. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I need to be able to make money, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like everyone wants you to do well, but no one wants you to do like too well sometimes, right? And I think a lot of people, and again, probably the people we're trying to destigmatize here, kind of think like, yeah, you're making 10, 20 grand a month. Like I make not even close to that. Like, shut up, you're fine. But like you said, it's a finite, and also there's a lot of stuff going into it. And I mean, if you even break down to like how many hours a week do you think you actually work between engaging with people, filming content, setting up stuff, travel? It's like, yeah, I'm making a lot, but also like because I know the people, they put like 80-hour weeks in, right?
Yeah.
So when you divide that out across, what they make per month, it's like, yeah, I'm only making like 17 an hour, right? Like if you really get into it.
Yeah, I don't know that, like I think most of the OnlyFans girls that make a lot of money earn that money.
Sure.
Right? Like I genuinely believe that. They are hustling. Because the thing is, you go a week without posting on Instagram, their algorithm drops you.
Totally.
You go a week without posting on OnlyFans, your subs all leave. Like you literally cannot. There is no vacation without excessive prep work for the. I mean, it's like if you go on a vacation, there's like no income coming in.
Yeah,
so it's like,
You
totally.
don't get PTO.
You don't get paid time off. There's no sick leave. If you're sick, like, I hope you have a content stockpile. Like I keep a content stockpile in case I'm always like, what happens if I get in a car crash next month?
Sure.
Yeah. So I have like a little content nest egg that I just
and a person
like a dragon.
Like, hey, I need you to post these things if like something happens to me.
I mean, on probably some level, like it's similar. When you go on vacation, do you stop to think like, I actually need to like block out 2 hours so I can actually like film stuff while I'm doing this. Like I need to like make this like almost like a work trip kind of like.
Yeah, I call them contentcations. I don't go on vacations. I go on contentcations because so like when I went to Greece last summer, I went alone and I spent the whole month filming TikToks and Instagram reels. And I was like, this is so sick. I'm in Greece. I'm going to be working 4 to 5 hours a day.
But at least the background is different and cool.
It was the thing is too, I'm a workaholic. So like I really enjoy this. Like I'm addicted to it very much so. So it's like I get up in the morning and I'm like, what do I have to do today? And I'm friggin' stoked to do it. Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it has to be, because if you are not addicted to this work, to content creation, then it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You made kind of a joke video, I think it was like yesterday or 2 days ago, of like, do you ever wake up and you're like, I don't want to go to work? And in your case, like, you wake up, really just don't want to rub one out. Like, it's.
If you can't tell, he's like your favorite fan.
Dude, the algorithms love you with this. I mean, I pay attention because I love funny shit. Right? It's awesome. But, totally threw me off.
Sometimes people don't realize like 90% of my content is satire, and I'm like, it's all a joke, bro. Like, did you see that I wound up on like a gun Reddit page?
Dude, yeah, what was up with that?
It's like this so obviously a joke because I'm talking about wielding a massive longsword to defend my 800 square foot condo from intruders. And they're all like, that thing would break in 1 second. I would shoot you before you ever. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. Yeah. You're like
a woman with different color hair in the gun subreddit. How dare you?
250 comments of people basically being like, I would kill you. I'm like, oh,
you're like, well, I'm gonna block the bullet with my sword.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dude. I'm like,
ding.
All right, well, this has been an awesome talk. Thank you guys for agreeing to talk with me. I thought your insights were amazing, and I'm really excited to post them. So, do you want to say what your business is called really quick?
Feel Good Fitness in Clovis, California.
And you do online
yes.
personal training as well.
Correct.
Yes, he does online personal training. Awesome.
Yeah.
She is a mystery.
I am a mystery. No one can know what
it's hotter that way. Yeah, it was super fun. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching and listening, whatever medium you chose to engage on.
Make sure to like, follow, subscribe.
Oh, yeah, I always forget that. Please, please, I don't know how to do it. I'm really bad at the plug.
Kim Beefcake. She's on Instagram. She's on Twitter. She has an amazing ass. Anyway, give her the $5. You know what? Give her the $10 a month. She deserves.
Give me the 10. Anyway, thank you guys so much.
Right.